There, we're going now. It's Genesis or Genesisn't. I'm Eric. I'm here with Joe.
I'm Joe.
And our
I'm here with Paul.
yay,
Kind of here. No one's here with me.
it's all alone in a
No,
dark, cold world. This
just like the
is
Genesis.
688 attack sub on Genesis or Genesisn't. I don't know what this is. This was like one of the very top of the games in the list, just below Three Ninjas Kickback and the Six Pack.
You should have played the six pack instead.
It's the game they announced at E3, right?
Yeah, the Six Pack. I don't know what this is. It is a sub simulator that was released for DOS in like 1989 by Micropros, like like the people that did Civilization and a bunch of like F1 simulators and stuff. Micropros, whatever, they've done a million things.
Yep.
So I have no instruction manual for this, and there are no guides, so I don't really know what's going on. There's blue and red, 688, 700, and alpha. I don't know if those are types of subs or Torpex 89, Shake 'em, Sub Ops, Mumar Cadaver, Goulash, Catwalk,
Wonder
Surprise.
who that's supposed to
I
be.
mean, these are all supposed to be missions of some kind, I suppose. Anyway, let's pick the one at the top here.
Let's sub.
Begin games.
I'm gonna
Mission
Dom. Is that okay?
selection, Set play level, standard.
I don't
Let's
see
go
that
with
in the
beginner,
title.
and we definitely want that voice on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You know, I have a friend who was on a sub when I was in college and he was in the Navy.
Okay.
He cooked on a sub.
You must get your mission orders from the radio room. All right, well, where's that? Over here? Oh, here we go.
I
Incoming
feel
message.
like you're not supposed to smoke on submarines.
Mission
Maybe-
orders.
maybe-
FM Sinclair FLT USS Los Angeles SSN
You only let
688
the smoke on the
Subject.
colons.
Torpex Nlant Confidential. Welcome to the North Atlantic, Captain. You are to begin a training exercise off the coast of the southernmost island in the Faroe Island chain. There are 3 decommissioned Forrest Sherman-class destroyers making their way northwest through the island chain. They have been configured with remote autopilot systems to allow them some simple maneuvering capabilities during the exercise. Radar and sonar on the ships is also controlled remotely.
Welcome
The
to our
surface
audiobook of
ships
688 Attack Sub.
And a Lamps 3 helicopter in the area will attempt to identify your boat, at which point the exercise will end.
Can I make
The
a
underwater
request?
sonar surveillance
wait.
system,
Wait.
SOSUS, will be monitoring the exercise ashore and act as a referee. It will end the exercise with 3 sonar blasts if one of the ships or the lamps have identified your position. The
Can you read
exercise
this like David
will
Lynch?
also end after 15 minutes. Your mission is to destroy each of the warships within the allotted time. It may be a tough job. Active torpedoes in the water or too much noise created by high-speed maneuvering may alert your opponents to your location by sonar, and a raised periscope will leave you susceptible to identification by radar. Period. You decide how you approach the warships, but stay low and quiet. If you
I'm
want
putting this on
to
Audible
stand
when we're
a
done.
chance, the weapons range is clear and weapons are free. Show those skimmers and flyboys what silent and deadly really means. Good luck, Captain.
They want you to fart on the
Yep.
warships.
J.W. Ratcliffe III.
Smoke
Okay.
Monster says he's putting together IKEA furniture while he watches the
Previous
stream tonight.
message, next message. Should
Don't
we
please don't
review
do the next message. No, do not review the mission
no?
orders.
Okay.
No.
Press trigger C to abort orders. What's the trigger? There's no trigger on a Genesis pad. Next message, previous message. All right, here we go. Weapon control, launch, target, periscope rotation, periscope down, antenna down. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Now
this is one of those games. Oh boy.
I can look around. Look at this. Look at these clouds. ESM level is it's a 3 or maybe a 4 out of 10. 2, 3, 6, 10. Core speed. All right, let's pull these things down here. Should we just launch some weapons? That probably will work, right?
Sure.
Weapon not armed, Captain. Select target. Select target. H O whoa T
Oh. Hot.
Hot dog.
S U P E R. Select target. Target A. Target acquired. Here we go. I did. Oh, I see. All right, here we go. Weapon not armed. How do I arm the weapon?
Ben Wallamew says, "Oh, I see. It's a what the fuck do I do kind of game." All these simulation type games always just completely lost me, like immediately.
So, would be helpful if I had some kind of instruction manual.
Yeah, I like looked on Sega Retro to see if like they had a scan of the manual or something, but didn't seem.
Aha! Oh, here we go. Target A Sherman class destroyer bearing, speed, course, depth. All systems operational. Select.
Oh, wait, they do have a copy of the manual.
Okay, that's what I need. Computer
Okay.
sonar computer system okay. Towed array system okay. Periscope system okay. Targeting sonar system okay. Engine system okay. Antenna system okay. All systems operational.
In a battle station, press any direction to move the cursor onto a map symbol or an instrument on the control panel. Press the A button to initiate an order using that map symbol or instrument.
All right, there we go. This is the view. That's the radio room. This is like the map, I think. These all kind of go to the same place. So, oh, here we go. Sonar controls, band pass, target pulse. Deploying the towed array. Is it deployed
It
yet?
just screams.
During a mission, hold down the B button and press the D-pad in any direction to cycle through the symbols for the battle stations.
Yeah, I figured that out.
In a battle station, hold down the C button and press the D-pad to move from instrument to instrument on the control panel.
All right, I'm figuring some stuff out here. Yeah, if you hit C, you can. There's like if you hit C, you can like jump or hold A and hit the thing. You can jump around the thing, and then there's an exit in the upper, in the upper left. Looks like.
Okay, receiving your orders. We did that using the periscope.
Torpedo 1 launch. Weapon. How do I arm the fucking detonate?
I'm working there. Loading torpedoes. Torpedoes are not stored armed and ready in the sub's torpedo tubes. They're too dangerous for that. To ready them, go to the weapons control panel. It's the symbol that looks like a torpedo and appears in the con when over the two crewmen in the center right. Torpedo tube 1 should already be selected. Yep. The box around the number is highlighted. Move the cursor to the box and press A to load the torpedo. Move again to the next tube and press A once again to select A once to select it and again to load the torpedo. Do this to all 4 torpedo tubes.
These missiles.
The weapons officer will inform you when each torpedo is armed. The torpedo icons will also turn red, indicating that they are armed. Note, the 2 auxiliary tubes hold noisemakers, which are not needed on this mission.
Okay, I see. So I have to wait. Torpedo armed. Noisemaker ready to launch. Missile armed. Here we go. Oh, I have to select a target.
Select target.
Target A. Here we go. What do you mean weapon not armed? They're all red. Oh, okay, you have to select which one you're going to launch.
Captain.
I launched a torpedo. It's pretty exciting.
It looks, I mean, it feels exciting. Can you switch to the periscope and actually watch it, like, go blow up the ship or whatever?
I mean, I have a feeling that it's not going to be blowing up much of anything. Oh, I saw it! Did you see it? Did you see the explosion?
No. Oh, wait. Yep, there you go. It's exciting.
I did that.
I would just like to remind everybody at this point that, like,
Target.
Konami, like, didn't release stuff like Crisis Force and like Getsu Fumiden in the United States, but they released a game that was a lot like this on the NES called Silent Service, which was also a part of a PC game about submarine management, and it was really boring and pretty bad.
Whoops.
Although I guess a lot of people like the PC version of Silent Service, so that was like a kind of a hit in the late 80s on DOS and whatever else.
See the other ships. What I really want to do is just drive the submarine.
Torpedo launch.
I don't think you get to drive the submarine.
Torpedo launch. Torpedo launch.
I launched.
I think that's
a
the kind of
lot-
game
I just
you
launched
signed up
a
for.
lot of torpedoes.
Like, we should go back to, like, Bimini Run if you wanted to drive a vehicle on the water. This was
I
apparently...
sunk that boat. It's sinking. Boat's
Nice.
dead. I did it.
This was apparently part of a two-game...
I am the Red October.
Well, now you should talk like Sean Connery for the rest of the...
Yes. I analyzed the sonar. I don't really have a Scottish accent in my bag, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. Sean Connery doesn't have a Russian one in his bag, so... This is apparently part of a two-game series. I feel like that's not the right name for it, but the Genesis simulator series, which also included M1 Abrams battle tank.
Ooh, emergency service.
Bow tanks are empty, sir. Bow tanks are empty, sir.
Which that one was developed by Dynamics, not Microprose.
I'm gonna have to turn this up for a second.
Benoit Lemieux says, "You're the man now, dog."
Game over. I killed that ship though. Incoming message. EM client.
We were detected.
sync
You were detected because you
FLT,
surfaced.
USS Los Angeles, SSN 688, subject Torpax Nalant, code 106. ACP sinking just one ship during the training exercise is considered substandard. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
I can see that
substandard.
you and your officers are in need of further training before we give you full-time control of a billion-dollar submarine. Report to my office upon your return to port. Let's try a different mission here. Goulash. Surprise party. Surprise
I
party.
mean, yeah, surprise party or
Again, game. Here we go. This is the real shit now. I always perform better under pressure.
see you at the party, Richter.
Incoming message. Mission orders. FM. Sync.
Christ.
Synclant. FLT. 2 USS Los Angeles. SSN 688. Subject. Task Force Escort. Top secret. Captain, the Los Angeles is instructed to act as a scout for the surface group heading northeast for the Norwegian Sea. It is imperative that the surface group arrives at its destination without damage. It is your responsibility to protect the skimmers. Vadim R.W. Ratcliffe III. Alright, that was a short one. Seems easy enough. I mean, my favorite thing in video games is escort missions, so...
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love was gonna say a good escort mission, but that's maybe an oxymoron. The best escort missions are the ones where you can make the president's daughter jump in a dumpster so she can't get herself killed.
All right, let's see how far down we can go.
We've crossed the thermal layer, sir.
Ooh, we crossed the thermal layer.
Can you go down to the bottom of the Marianas Trench?
We're diving and driving as fast as we can.
We've crossed the thermal layer, sir.
Another thermal layer, damn.
We've crossed the thermal layer, sir.
We're fucking these thermal layers up. They're so angry. Cavitation level. That looks good.
Uh-huh.
I think we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. As far as I can tell.
Going to the bottom of the ocean? I'm not sure that that's what you're supposed to be doing, but...
It won't let me go down anymore. Stop me. Active sonar, Captain. Does this turn me? I think I'm driving the sub right now. Whoa, damn. Well, we smashed into the bottom, Captain.
I thought you said it wouldn't let you go any deeper.
I didn't think it would, but apparently incoming message from Synclant FLT to all ships Atlantic. Subject Atlantic tragedy confidential. Code 8-01-ACP. The USS Los Angeles ran aground and was destroyed yesterday. Join me in expressing my grief for the families and friends of the crew of the Los Angeles.
My eyes
Well,
are
with sympathy and honor from the U.S. Navy.
All right. Well, this certainly is a video game.
Good job, boys. We did what they said couldn't be done.
Run
We sank
aground
a
at the
ship
bottom
and
of the
also
Atlantic Ocean.
Disconnected our microphone, or not our microphone, our headphones. So we
Good
can't
job.
hear anything.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
There you go.
I did it.
If it is,
I did it.
ending the lives of several sailors, then yes, you did it.
Look, man, they knew what they were getting into when they signed up for this mission.
I don't think that's
Incoming message, mission orders.
true. Oh my god.
From Synclant FLT to USS Los Angeles SSS 6N. 6 SSN 688. Subject convoy intercept top secret. Captain, you are aware of a recent terrorist attack on a pan-European flight which claimed hundreds of civilian lives. Libyan factions claimed responsibility, and an investigation concluded that Libya is fully responsible for the terrorist activity. You are instructed to intercept and sink 4 Libyan oil tankers, which have recently set out to sea and should be entering the Strait of Gibraltar at any time. The tankers may be escorted by Coney-class frigates that have been sighted in the area. Do not attack the frigates unless it is necessary to complete the main objective. Ooh, this is from Arbreen.
This is a sneaking mission, so
Mhm. I'll have to
yeah.
procure all my necessary things on site here. Oh no, I don't want to do that again. All right, let's get out of here. All right. Well, now that I know how to drive the sub, this should be easy.
are you just gonna crash into the floor of the ocean again?
No, man. Fuck, dude. I know how to drive the goddamn sub now. All right.
Hmm.
Sometimes it just takes a little practice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Judge me.
Are you playing this with the Genesis mouse?
Yep.
There was a Genesis mouse. That is a thing that exists.
Should we just go backwards?
Camaristico says, "Hey guys."
Hi.
Hey, Camaristico.
I'm sorry, is this a video game?
This is a video
Adjusting
game.
engine speed, sir.
Adjusting engine speed, sir.
Adjusting engine speed, sir. Adjusting engine speed.
Hey, I just want to warn you, you're cavitating.
Adjusting engine speed,
I
sir.
mean, my cavitation level is
Adjusting
always
engine
real
speed, sir.
high. You know what I'm saying? Eh?
All I know about cavitation is
I
from
don't-
Subnautica, where when you start cavitating, your sub catches fire like 10 seconds later.
That sounds like fun.
Emergency, sir.
Yeah, I don't entirely understand what was happening
Valve
there.
tanks are empty, sir. Heading to periscope depth, sir.
Eric is trying to kill as many
Heading to
sailors as
150
possible.
feet, Captain.
In
It's
this.
the opposite of Shenmue.
I was gonna say, you and Rio are at odds.
Camaristico says this game seems to have all the thrills of being in a metal tube at the bottom of the ocean with a bunch of people you don't like. Camaristico,
No,
were you in the Navy by any chance?
The Valve tanks are empty, sir.
I'd have to
Oh,
consult
here we
with
go.
my-
Speed, sir.
Why are we going so slow? No, I want to go fast.
Adjusting engine speed. Adjusting engine speed, sir.
It's like playing a video game on a 30 by 24 dot matrix screen.
Shit's classic.
Like I said, man, these kind of games I just completely bounced off every game like this that I've ever tried to play.
I think that to me there's a certain appeal to the ones that, like the more modern ones where they have realistically rendered control panels, and then you have to like where it would actually be like standing in front of the control panel for a submarine or a complicated jet or something. And
So Steel
learning how to
Battalion.
do it.
Steel Battalion, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say, Mike.
Right, or just like any of the modern flight sims or whatever. But like this sort of like half measure thing is not interesting to me.
Well, I mean, for the time, this was cutting
real
edge
life.
and really intense and super complicated for, by this. Actually, it's still pretty fucking complicated.
I don't.
I mean, I would say only by
know
Genesis
that it's
standards.
necessarily all that complicated.
Well, I mean, you haven't actually figured out what the hell you're doing yet.
I
Like,
think I mostly haven't figured out what I'm doing. I'm just not.
Camaristico says, no, I was in the army, but it's basically the same as being in the desert with a bunch of people I didn't like. Same difference. Fair enough.
Oh my god, this game has graphics?
We fired torpedoes.
Yeah.
We looked at things. We sank a ship. We crashed into the bottom of the sea. Fucking what else do you want from a video game?
Grappling hook.
There might be one of those. I just don't know what the control is.
I thought you figured it out, Eric.
Hey, look, man. If you're not careful, I'll fucking fire a torpedo at you.
I'm landlocked, dude.
It's alright.
Did you try pressing the C button? There's a C button on the Genesis controller.
Yeah, it lets me like jump around.
You can put those guys in the House of Pain.
I really, really wish I could detonate the torpedo while it was in the tube, but it won't let me do that.
I'm shocked. That's only because it's not a guided weapon, sir.
I like this noise that the sub makes while you're driving.
Adjusting engine speed, sir. Heading to adjusting engine speed, sir.
Mike, this feels like the kind of game that you might have been into back in the day.
No,
Is that-
because I had a computer and I could play real strategy games.
This game started on the computer.
Yeah, this
I
was
know,
a
but
DOS game.
looks like a really bad, messed up. I don't know. There were lots of games to choose from on the PC if you wanted like serious strategy stuff. What game
From
was this?
Microprose. Microprose did this.
Wait, what year did this come out?
89 on DOS. This is the
89 on
Genesis
DOS.
port was 91.
Right. 91. What was that? I mean, like in 1991, I was probably playing Wing Commander or something that was actually cool.
When did the first Wing Commander come out?
I think it was in the 80s.
Really?
No, I could be wrong.
I thought it was later. Because I feel like I thought that it was, and then like the last time I was
1990 for the first Wing Commander game. So, you know, like, that's not a serious sim game, but like Wing Commander 2 in 1991, that was, you know, it gave you elements of stuff like this, but it was also cool as shit. You were a space dogfighter blowing up giant attack ships and stuff, and then you could talk to people in between missions.
Numaikun says, you ever tried World of Warships? I assume that's related to World of Tanks, but no, I'd never played any of those. Although last I knew, our buddy Ray Barnholt worked for that or maybe he doesn't anymore, but I think he worked for that War Games Inc. or whatever company.
Across the thermal layer, sir.
Hey guys, we cross a thermal layer.
Or are you trying to bottom out on the floor of the Atlantic again, or?
I don't know what happened. Could have been
Sorry,
anything.
this is not technically the Atlantic. This is the Strait of Gibraltar, I guess.
Incoming message. All right. Well, that's enough of this nonsense.
Smashed into the bottom, Captain.
Look, if you're looking for the most realistic submarine simulator on the Genesis, this might be it. I don't know. There might be another one that's better. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't speak to that.
Are you part of the Cincinnati fleet? Is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah. Let's see. What did video games and computer entertainment have to say about this game? They rated this game.
Uh-huh.
Oh, now I lost it. Come on. I just wanted to zoom in.
It's great to send you a freaking telegram when you lose the game.
I really like this postcard. And then there's a Genesis Taps plays in the background, which is really good.
Is it like the Yuzo Koshiro mix of taps? The sick thumping beat?
If only. So, video games and computer entertainment gave this game a 5 for the sound and music,
Uh-huh.
a 6 for the graphics,
Okay.
an
Did
8,
they look at it with eyes?
an 8 for playability, and a 7 overall.
Oh,
Well,
man.
times were tough back then.
So there you go.
Hang on a second.
I do like Torpex 89. It sounds like the trade show for submarine people.
Here, hang on one second. I have something very important to show you. Let's see, image.
It's not your wiener, is it?
Yep, it's my wiener.
No.
Oh, damn time.
So this is what the DOS version looks like.
Oh, okay. We're doing the DOS version. All right.
Well, we're not doing the DOS version, but here's a screenshot,
Oh, it's just okay.
and then I have another screenshot.
I heart the hammer and sickle.
It's really good. Check this one out. I don't know if it has FMV or just digital images of people, but a lot of the interface is pretty much exactly the same, though.
Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably easier with an actual mouse.
Yeah. All right.
MSD says Muammar Gaddafi. Yeah, there was a what is it? What was the
Muammar
mission
Cadaver.
called? No.
Let's
Muammar
we'll
Cadaver.
look at that real quick and then we'll call it a night.
Snarcast says, was that an EGM? Is in the same magazine that gave Herzog 2 an average of 4.25? No, that was video games and computer entertainment. Camaristico says, is that Chael Sonnen? It kind of looks like Chael Sonnen. Now that you mentioned it,
Incoming
but I don't think it
message.
is.
Mission orders from Since Lant FLT to USS Los Angeles SSN 688. Subject convoy intercept top secret. Captain, you are aware of the recent terrorist attack on a pan-European. Oh, this is the one we did. I thought that we did something different, but apparently not. All right. Attack
Nice
on
try.
A. That's it. Don't play this. Don't bother. Unless you're really into submarines and you need to complete your, I don't know, unless you're like trying to be the master of the digital seas and play all of the submarine simulators, there has to be better ones than this out there. There has to be. Maybe not. The DOS
I haven't
version
met
is
a
very
That
submarine
mini game in-
simulator that I do like, so
I haven't found the right one.
There's that mini game in Final Fantasy
very
VII.
possible. There was a submarine mini game in Final Fantasy VII.
Dude, there are so many mini games in Final Fantasy VII.
It's been apparently it's been longer than I thought since I played that game because I have no memory of a submarine.
There's
in
like
Final Fantasy VII.
What's the PlayStation sub game where you're like a diver looking for treasure?
I was gonna say In the Hunt, but what you're talking oh well, there was Aquanaut's Holiday, and then there was
That's not what I'm talking about.
Critical Depth, but that was like Twisted Metal.
Yeah, maybe that's what I was
Underwater.
thinking of. That's the one with like combat.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, Critical Depth.
What's the DS one? There's a DS sub game.
Oh,
also.
Silent Steel?
Steel Diver.
Steel
Steel
Diver.
Diver.
That's 3DS. That was a 3DS launch title.
Yes. Okay, that's
Steel
what I'm
Diver.
thinking
You
of.
had to spin in your chair.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was like early AR.
And there was a weird game for Neo Geo Pocket, an early Neo Geo Pocket game that was like a sub thing too.
I mean,
and
there
don't
is. I'm
remember
pretty
what it's
sure. Isn't
called.
there a Hunt for Red October game out there?
Oh, MSD says Treasures of the Deep. Is that the game you were
Yes,
thinking
that's
of
the
there?
other. That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Isn't I'm pretty sure there's a Hunt for Red October game, like a.
Probably somewhere there is. But do you actually like do sub shit, or are you just like Jack Ryan sneaking around the sub, then doing spy shit on the sub?
I think it might be like a bad FMV game, but I'm not 100% sure. There's a Super
I had a really
Nintendo.
bad FMV submarine game for PC. I think that was the one that was Silent Steel, and it was fucking awful.
There is.
It would just
Sorry.
it would just kill you at totally random moments for no explicable reason. I never figured out how to get to the end. It was terrible.
MSD says I think Hunt for Red October was NES. There was a Hunt for Red October game
Yeah.
on NES,
And
but that
Game
was
Boy
like
and Super Nintendo. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
But I was
but
looking.
they
I thought
were
there
all
was an FMV one
side-scrolling.
also, but
yeah.
maybe
I mean,
not.
who knows?
Anyways,
The real submarine game is Scoon for the NES.
Scoon. In the Hunt is the best submarine game. I think we all know that, right? I mean, like clearly it's
Mhm.
it's in the Hunt.
Genesisn't.
Snarkcast says there was an FMV one called Silent Steel, which
Yeah.
I think Mike mentioned.
Yeah, Mike was talking about that. Maybe that's when
It
I was
was
confused.
awful.
I mean, most FMV games were awful, right? Like, there's not a lot of them that were good.
I like Seventh Guest.
Was that really an FMV game?
I like
though?
Phantasmagoria.
There was a Puzzle of Flesh.
No,
But
that's
those
the
were
second
like-
one. That's the second one.
Okay, those were both like Seventh Guest was like a puzzle game that had FMV trappings in between the puzzles. And
Yeah, but you were there for the
Phantasmagoria
FMV.
was like a point and click adventure game
Yeah,
with FMV.
That's exactly what FMV games are for the most part,
that's
right?
exactly what FMV games are. Let me tell you about the Ripper.
I wish Night Trap was as deep as a point and click adventure game, or Sewer Shark is like a terrible gallery shooter. You know.
Wing Commander Prophecy, that's an FMV game.
What about what was the one with?
What are we
with
doing?
Clive
What's
Owen?
happening?
I don't know. I mean, okay. So this Genesisn't. We can break, and I'll come right back with Devolver bootleg.
Her
and we can
Story is
Yeah.
the best
more
FMV
about
game.
this. Her Story is the best FMV.
I wanna
that
see
guy's
some-
making another one, and I'm really excited about it.
Actually, Bad Mojo is the best FMV game, and then Her Story. All right.
All right.
Contradiction, spot the liar. Bye.
I feel like there's got to be a better answer there somewhere. I can't think of it.